Hello and welcome back to Team Phoenix True Crime channel. And today in this video I want to talk about Shanann's letter to Chris Watts. I have noticed that a lot of people have picked up on the fact that the version of the letter that was the version of Shanann's letter that was used in the new Netflix documentary wasn't or isn't the actual original letter that we see written by Shanann in the discovery files. It's quite clear when you put the two letters side by side that they are different, and although it's difficult to see on here, one of the easy ways is the first line where Shanann writes "My dearest Chris," and in the original "dearest" is with a capital D, and in the Netflix version it isn't. So we've had some information that's come to light to explain this, and I will touch on that in a little bit. But if we take a look at Shanann's original letter from the discovery, now we don't know exactly when this letter was composed, but what we do know is that Shanann took a picture of the letter and on her phone, and at 1:37 p.m., as we can see per the discovery, and this was on Thursday, August 9th, she sent a copy of that letter, or a copy of the photograph, or a photograph of that letter to her friend Sarah Nudd. And this comes from the phone data review from the discovery files. It's quite hard to read actually from the discovery. It's not a great image, but I will read the letter or transcribe the letter to you. So it reads, "My dearest Chris, I don't know where to begin. I am so lost for words. I can't even explain how hard this pain is. The last 5 weeks have been the hardest. I missed everything about you. I missed your morning breath, your touch, your lip kisses. I missed holding you. I missed smelling you in the sheets. I missed talking to you in person. I missed watching you laugh and play with the kids that I love so much about you. I missed seeing you naked and on top of me making love to me. OMG, I missed having you around when I felt alone and upset. I just flat out missed the hell out of you. We haven't been away from each other that long, since 2012. I really don't know how we fell out of compatibility, or if that is someone else's words. The only thing that changed this month was everything going down with your family. I can't change what happened, but I can try to work things out with you, with them. But there has to be a mutual respect for everyone. I definitely deserve an apology because of Celeste. I can suck up her going against everything I said to our kids, but our daughter's life." And that's where in the discovery the letter cuts off. I'd imagine it probably either continued on the back of that sheet, or obviously on another sheet, but that was not shown in the discovery documents. So remember, this letter was written when they had both got back from North Carolina, and of course Shanann there is referring deserves an apology for Celeste in regard to her being subjected to, or put at risk by nuts and her allergy by Chris's mum, is what she claimed. So what we do know is that Shanann wrote this letter before she left for a weekend Thrive trip. They went to Scottsdale, Arizona, and she left it on the counter for Chris to read the next morning. Nicole Atkinson picked Shanann up from her house at 4:30 a.m. on Friday, August 10th, and that's when they set off to the airport. And an entry in the discovery files for Friday, August 10th confirms a text that Shanann sent to Chris at 6:20 a.m. that morning. It had actually been deleted from Chris's phone, but they found the text on Shanann's phone. So she texted at 6:20 on August 10th morning, missing from what's his phone, as I say, but found in Shanann's. She texted Chris and said, "Good morning, honey. Sorry to make you wake up early twice today. I didn't want alarm going off. We are checked in and everything. It's already a madhouse here today. Enjoy the girls. Don't forget King Super's 10:11. I told Bella I was leaving for work with Nikki and assured her that I was always coming home. They usually don't eat right away lately. Give them lots of kisses for me. Thank you for everything last night. I miss and love you so much. I am still in shock we are having a little boy. I'm so excited and happy. I really thought it was another girl. Thank you for letting me hold you this morning. It felt good. Your letter is on the counter. Have a great time with kiddos. They truly missed you. Love you, baby. Send me pics." Now, as many people have noticed in the new Netflix documentary, the two-page letter that was presented was not the exact same letter as you've just seen that was presented in the Discovery. And like I say, it's quite easy to spot. However, this recent article from Oxygen, and this sheds a lot of light on why there were different versions of the letter that were used. And I'll link this article underneath the video so you can take a look yourself. So we've learned from this article, what we learned from this article is that the director of the Netflix documentary, of course, American Murder Family Next Door, Jenny Popplewell, she was actually given access to Shanann's phone by Shanann's family, and she retrieved from the phone images of different drafts of the letter that Shanann had composed. Of course, no copies of the letter or drafts were ever found in the house following the murders. I mean, one can only presume that Chris threw away the letter. Didn't have a problem throwing away his family, so I wouldn't imagine he would have had a problem throwing away the letter. So parts of these drafts were used in the documentary. Of course, in the Discovery there was no second page, but in the Netflix documentary we get to see the second page of one of the drafts, and that was actually exclusively obtained by Oxygen. So this is the actual draft this is an actual draft that Shanann herself wrote, but it's not the final, not the draft that we see in the Discovery. So it's not the version of the letter that she left for Chris. Certainly this page isn't anyway, the first page. So I'll just read it for you. So it says, "My dearest Chris, I don't know where to begin. I am so lost for words. I can't even explain how hard this pain hurts. The last 5 weeks have been so hard. I missed everything about you. I missed your morning breath, your touch, your lips against mine. I miss holding you. I miss smelling you in the sheets. I miss talking to you in person. I missed watching you laugh and play with the kids. I love seeing their smile with you. I miss seeing you naked and on top of me making love. OMG, I missed having you around when I felt alone and upset. I just flat out missed the hell out of you. I really don't know how we fell out of compatibility. The only major thing that happened was between your mum and I. I can't change what happened, and I will work with you and them to work things out. There has to be a mutual respect from all parties. An apology from your mum personally would be nice. Our daughter's life can't be replaced. As you see, that's similar to the version that we saw in the Discovery, but it is in no way the same letter. And the second page of the draft that they exclusively obtained reads as follows. I've only seen you shut down like this once, and that was with your parents after our wedding. We deserve to have all family in our life, and with love, not hate. I don't want to lose you ever. I will be civil and get along with your mum. We just all need to have mutual respect. I will do anything for you. The last thing on earth is for you to hurt. You deserve the world, and I don't like when you hurt. It hurts me. I can't and won't lose you without fighting for us. I will always fight for our marriage and you. This is the hardest thing I've ever gone through, but you are worth it. Tell me what you need. I love you, baby, with all my heart, always and forever. Love always, Shanann. So that's the complete draft version that Shanann had written and taken pictures of on her phone. So it's actually Oxygen that exclusively obtained that, or Netflix, obviously Jenny Popplewell obtained that, but also now Oxygen have exclusively obtained a copy of another draft that Shanann wrote, and this just appears to be page 2 of her letter, because it continues on from where she is talking about our daughter's life can't be replaced. And this is another draft that she wrote. So let's just have a read of this. So it continues, you said you would call them and handle it. From there the strain grew stronger and stronger. The only time I have seen you this closed off was after our wedding. You were so hurt and angry you were done with them. When we found out we were pregnant, I wanted to help you fix the hurt and pain. I knew it hurt you. We worked together to help you through it. I don't want to lose you ever. I will suck it up and be civil with your family because I love you, but there has to be the same respect on the other end. That is what's right. I can't lose you. I won't lose you without a fight. I will fight for your love, fight for us. I can't imagine life without you. It scares me to death every day. You go to work or we are apart, flying away. I will do anything always for you, us. This is the hardest thing I've ever gone through, but you are worth it. Just talk to me, tell me what you need. I love you, baby, with all my heart. Love always, Shanann. And there's a happy anniversary reference on there. I can only assume that possibly relates to the date that Chris and Shanann first met. I mean, it's certainly not reference to their wedding anniversary because they were married on November 3rd, 2012 in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. But as we know, this letter was drafted on or around August 9th. So in essence, these letters really, and the drafts that we read, really help to shed a light on who Shanann was as a person. You know, despite being a full-time mum of 2, suffering with her pregnancy, with Nico, major stresses with Chris's family, and then of course being completely blocked out and blanked out by Chris. But yet she was still so determined to fight, both for her husband and to save her marriage. You certainly can't say that she was not trying to communicate and make compromises in her marriage. I remember Chris sort of hit her with all of this, we're not compatible anymore talk, and withdrawing from being intimate with Shanann after Shanann had got pregnant, with a boy that they had both planned. It must have been extremely, frightening and confusing for her to see how Chris was just acting. And I mean, as we know, unfortunately, Chris just never had the backbone to finally be honest with his wife and say that he no longer wanted to be in the relationship. He never admitted his affair with NK. He never talked to his wife about filing for divorce, which would have been the easy and logical answer. And it's just so saddening that all the time Shanann was trying so hard to find words that would resonate with her husband and motivate him to make their marriage a priority. All that time he was transferring images of his mistress to a hidden app on his phone, and ultimately he'd already decided that he was going to murder his wife and children in search of a new life. But I hope that clears up the kind of mystery of Shanann's letters, the conflict with the new Netflix documentary, and why a different version was used. So, but just to confirm, they were drafts of the letters written up by Shanann, and they were exclusively obtained by both Jenny Popplewell from Netflix and also the Oxygen channel, but they weren't they weren't fake letters or anything like that.